Hello, everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, the Africa campaign featuring the modern day 4 mod. In the last episode, we collapsed the front in the former Kenya region down to the Mombasa region. And we have been sustaining the attack on the enemy forces in Mombasa for quite some time as we try to drive them off the continent. And so we're just going to keep sustaining that attack for the time being. We then licensed some new equipment from South Sudan because they had some stuff we didn't. And I started setting up a armored airborne division, which there was something really strange going on with how the combat width was showing. So when I loaded the game back up and went back into the division designer here, I noticed the combat width was like 80 plus, so I had to cut everything down, and now it looks more normal for a division in this mod. So we should be good there. We don't have a giant division anymore. Okay, so now they have most of the stuff they need. They just need a little bit more. Actually, they have way more than they need at the moment, so a lot of that equipment is going to go back into stock once we unpause it. And then we'll see about starting to get those guys trained. And then once we are able to win this battle, we're going to bring our armor and our airborne divisions back over here and prepare for continuing our campaign against half the planet. Alright, let's go ahead and unpause it. Now this was going in our favor, now it's not. It may just be a function of how many divisions are in the battle right now. Yeah, we're just getting such a massive terrain penalty because of the mountains. Attacking into the mountains is not easy. But hopefully, as long as we can sustain this, we will eventually begin either forcing some of their divisions to retreat out through the naval port, or just destroy them completely. And already we're down another one, I think. So yeah, that's going to be a slow, bloody grind. Which, if we look at this, yep, they're up to 489,000 casualties. We're up to 72,000 casualties if we take out South Sudan. 490,000. So yeah. That is not going well for them. And it is just a matter of time. And so, we're pretty much just waiting for that to get done. Let's see. Construction. It's unfortunate I've been having to focus so much on doing repairs. Okay, well, at least for now. So now, when is this going to be done being repaired? The 11th of September, 2036. Okay, so a little bit under a month. That's going to be done being repaired in a couple of days, but we got 4 of them to do. Same thing for Canary Islands. Hopefully we can get some of this stuff built and done, and then we can get back to work on our military factories and dockyards. Alright, we're now at 350 political power, so I'm going to go ahead and develop military factories. Since we're not really building them right now, we're just, create them with our political power. I realized that I named these wrong. Well, I didn't name them wrong. I put their number incorrect. A skua is a type of bird. So this should be the M2. Skua. There we go. All right, let's just take a look. How many planes we have in reserve? We've got a bunch of light jets, but they're all captured stuff. Some strike fighters, again, captured. We have a lot of our older multi-role naval planes. Let's see, we're getting some maritime patrol craft. Not a ton, though. We have 100 of our new multi-role fighters. That might be worth putting into a squadron. So is it... Hold on. Alright, let's actually bring them over here. And put them on... Oh, I can't do it until they're fully deployed. There we go. Now I can order them over here. And put them over the Cape Verde plain. The ambient election, Edgar Lungu re-elected. Okay. And the game just... Alright, do we actually have any aces that we can put in? Yeah, I can put an ace in you. And then what I might actually name this is the, Lions of Africa Squadron. We have another air superiority wing we can put ace in. Oh, these guys are still running some old stuff, some old Phantoms. They have a pretty wide assortment of things. Oh. Things are starting to cascade in our favor. Alright, we've been driving them out. They should fall pretty quickly. Another 16 days. And again, I can't tell if these guys are being destroyed or if they're simply retreating out on transports. Because I don't have any boats over here, and I am not willing to risk moving the fleet again. At least not for a while yet. Though we do have aircraft carriers now. But again, they're fairly old, outdated models. But they're something. And even outdated aircraft carriers can pack a punch if we put really good planes on them. .92. They're down only 17 divisions. Alright, another 14 days. Alright, Alright, our airborne APCs are not being used. That's okay. Well, actually, if we don't have a template that uses it, let's just go ahead and get rid of the production line. Save the military factory. We can always queue it back in if we do need it at some point. I think we're going to stick with the motorized paratroopers and the armored paratroopers. I don't think we need to go for mechanized. Alright, how are things going out here? Let me just check, because some of their naval invasion attempts are done. Nope, we don't have any more repairs to make. Good. Oh, what are we short on? Of course we're short of petroleum. Alright then. Azerbaijan, Ecuador, Iraq, Kurdistan. It's because our trade efficiency is not good. Well, it is reduced, I think. Low trade influence. I guess we can ask for some from Azerbaijan, see if we can at least get enough oil to keep everything producing at full efficiency. And again, always as we add more and more military factories to the mix, we're going to need more and more petroleum. What resources did... Let's see, resources... It doesn't look like Kenya really had any resources we could take, so that's alright. So yeah, I'm content to let South Sudan manage it then. This is one last province. Now, it doesn't look like they're retreating, but... What are they at now? 515,000 casualties. Defender, there's still some UK guys in there, Poland, Venezuela, Canada, and Crux Federation. And then there's one militia division there from Kenya, which is not participating in the battle for some reason. But as soon as the rest of the guys are wiped out, then they will be participating in the battle. And they're going to have a lot of very angry Ghanaian troops coming down on their heads. Gulf of Guinea. Just take a look at that real quick. Alright, one airborne division attempting to make a naval invasion. That's not going to go anywhere. Alright, 2 divisions left. Well, 3 in total. There we go. And that one poor militia division. And there we go. Mombasa has fallen. Perfect. Alright. Marines. You guys set up on garrison duty for the coast. And yeah, you should have more than enough to hold the entire coastline, so that's fine. Alright, armored divisions. You guys redeploy here. You guys redeploy here. You guys redeploy here. And then for training, we're going to have our light assault airborne just drop here as well. Drop there. And drop there. Why do we suddenly not have any small arms? It's not like we actually got any of those, right? "91 days to fulfill the needs. Small arms, 200 days to fulfill the need. Alright, reinforcement's not a high priority anymore since we're not in active combat. And so we can balance things out again. Alright, actually tell you guys to stop moving and then you should redeploy. There we go. We don't need 300. Alright, so let's bring this air superiority squadron here. Put them over there so that that stops being red. 58 active enemy fighters over here. We've shot down a total of 1,051 enemy fighters in this air zone over the last 5 years. We've lost 433 of our own fighters. Nice. 2-1. Okay. You go here. Alright, now what we're going to want to do, actually, is the light air assault infantry is going to get transferred to that army there. Same thing here. Light air assault infantry is all going to get transferred there. So these guys are all just paratroopers. And actually, I think I'm going to merge all of these guys down into that army. So there we go. These guys are basically holding the defense, right? Actually, change of plans. I'm going to leave these guys as... Hold on. I'll have to think about it. Because we need guys to hold these islands, right? Kind of stinks that I have paratroopers to do that. I could use something else. Actually, let's take a couple of these guys and transfer them over there. We could keep this as defense, right? Because we need an actual defense regiment for the Cape Verde Islands. Because I don't want to be using these light air assault infantry for that purpose. So if we have an extra 5 divisions, they can then head over there and hold those islands while we utilize these guys for actual, like, attacking things. That will be good. That'll work. And right now we're just going to resign ourselves. We're going to need to use paratroopers to hold these places. That's just the way it is. So I cannot risk sending over troops on boats because they're going to get sunk by the American Navy. Until my own navy is strong enough to be able to hold its own. Then that's the way it's going to be. Alright, speaking of, we will be getting our last of this order of carriers on November 11th. Then we'll finish up these replacement... Ooh, we just got one of our new replacement class battle cruisers. This will be renamed back to the GNS Accra. Okay. Alright, coastline is secure. No supply issues. Well, the infrastructure in Kenya is pretty good, all told. Though the infrastructure in our core areas is pretty good as well. Alright, so what are we going to be doing next? I think our next plan of action is to continue our island hopping campaign in the Atlantic here. Is to hop from the Canary Islands to, what was this again? Madeira. And hop from Madeira to the Galapagos. No, the Azores. The Galapagos are somewhere else, right? I think so. There is some thought to trying to take St. Helena. I could put a force here to try to do that, but I don't think it's really necessary. There's no airfield there. They're hitting with a pretty heavy force again. Of course they are. Dropping these guys into that's not going to be a good idea. Yeah. They suddenly lose their land front, and now they're hitting that really hard with a large invasion force again. The choice is, do I try to drop more troops in there, but they're going to come in with almost no organization, so they're not going to be much help. Risking the fleet, not an option. And the only other option is to retreat, because they are going to lose. We do have our transport planes here. I mean, one thing I could do is get the attack helicopters out of there. We can send out some actual maritime patrol aircraft, move our attack helicopters out. Tell them to naval strike. Well, I don't know if they can actually hit the transports involved in the actual naval invasion. Oh, and they brought even more. They brought in even more. 7 divisions is not going to hold against that. Maybe? If they can just hold out long enough. Where are our other transports? Here are our other transports. You guys redeploy here. Alright, we just finished our carrier. Let's queue in some more destroyers. I'm gonna say we're gonna start with 15 of them. For the time being. All right, you guys merge. Do I actually have more transports? I have 14. Let's see, 20. Let's send over this entire army. Alright, let's send over this entire army. This could be bad. Oh, wrong button there. No, I don't want to delete the paradrop order. Why did you say we only have 50 transports? Oh, you guys need to be not doing that. Okay, now, oddly enough, those 24 divisions are not actually involved in the battle. Which is actually kind of fine. That'll let them regain the organization a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're also going to paradrop these guys over there as well. Do that. Perfect. Oh, they are actually starting to lose guys. You guys... We did have those transports there, right? Yeah, we do. Alright. So you guys who are involved in this fight right now, get out of there. Get out of there. We'll let the reinforcements take up the battle. There we go. Perfect. And now they have decided to not do this. Alright. Can these guys... They're a little bit... over supply cap. Cape Verde, it's because the local infrastructure is badly damaged. Once we get it repaired, it should be alright. And we'll also need to repair those coastal forts. Good. Good. Alright, can I actually go for anything? Mine for steel? I don't think I really need to mine for steel. Now, here's the question. I think I should be using this as purely defense. So I'm actually going to change their color a little bit. What we want to go for? Maybe just white? Yeah, just white. There we go. And then we're going to want to start making another army. Do I actually have another field marshal? I think I do. Yes. I'm going to put this whole guy in a different army group. Just to make the distinction. Alright, and we're going to make a new army out of this. We have a general for you. You're going to be into this army group. And again, we're going to make you kind of this reddish color. Maybe a little bit more brownish. That'll do. Okay. So there we are. We just now need to move this army over here, which we should be able to easily do, right? You should be able to come over here. And you guys actually go ahead and paradrop here for the time being. Alright, Somalia election. Hassan Sheikh Mohammed re-elected, and there's now a civil war in Somalia. The Islamic State of Somalia is now at war with Somalia. We might have to keep a close eye on that, because if anybody of those joins a faction, we may run into another small problem. Alright, so for time being, we're going to go ahead and we're going to delete those orders, and we're probably going to go ahead and call the episode here. And we're going to be planning an invasion of that little island, and these islands, and we'll see how it goes. And eventually we'll end up in mainland Europe. Hopefully. Let's see. 536,000 casualties. We need to start actually knocking some of these major belligerents out of the war. Ah, a naval invasion. Not unexpected. This is Spain. Okay. As I said, we'll end the episode here, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.